Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll talk about an amazing mod list for Realm of Thrones, the famous Mount and Blade 2, Bannerlord mod inspired by the world of Game of Thrones. It's a selection of mods that make the gameplay even more immersive, realistic, and truly epic. First of all, we need to mention the essential mods, the ones required to make all the other mods work properly. The first one is Harmony. You'll see it as the most downloaded mod on Nexus Mods. Next, we have UxtendRx. Another important one is Better Exception Window with emergency save and more. This mod lets you save your game if a crash occurs, and it also provides a lot of useful information about the crash. Then we have Butterlib. And finally, Mod Configuration Menu MCM. Now let's move on to the mods that change and improve the gameplay. First, we have Realistic Battle mod, the unique mod that gives you more realistic combat and improved AI. It also makes armor and weapons behave more realistically. Adding immersion to every battle, even tournaments, are affected by this mod. Trust me, it completely changes the way combat feels in the game. Next, we have Banner Fix, a purely visual mod that enhances the look and realism of banners. Another mod that I personally find really interesting is Bannerlord Expanded, Children Expanded. It introduces new interactions with the children in your family as well as others. These children can even take part in fights and battles, which can be a bit dark because at some point you might find yourself facing, well, little warriors on the battlefield. Then there's a very useful mod called Better Time, which saves you a lot of time by letting you speed up the game up to X4, X16, or even X100 if your PC can handle it. And finally, we have Diplomacy, a mod that completely overhauls diplomacy and kingdom interactions. It allows you to make non-aggression pacts, alliances, and trade agreements, and it also makes wars more logical. They no longer last forever without purpose. Next, we have Epic Sieges, a lesser-known mod, but one that really deserves attention. It makes sieges last longer and even lets you knock down ladders, even if they're full of soldiers climbing them. A super useful mod is Equip Best Item, which automatically equips the best weapons and armor available, saving you the time of checking stats one by one. Then there's Changing Culture, a mod that allows settlements to adopt the culture of the kingdom's ruler. This means you can recruit troops of your own culture, and it also removes the loyalty penalty caused by cultural differences. A recently added mod is Governors Handle Issues, which lets your governors automatically take care of settlement quests and issues without needing your direct involvement. Next up, Historical Banner Icons. This one adds a huge variety of banner designs, ranging from modern styles all the way back to ancient Rome, including SPQR standards, Egyptian banners, and many more. Immersive Battlefield adds battle chatter between your sergeants and formations during fights. It's purely an audio addition, but it makes the atmosphere much more alive. Then there's Lord of Duels, a mod not many people use, but it's really cool. It allows you to duel enemy lords directly during battles. And the best part, if you kill them in a duel, there's a chance they actually die permanently for the rest of the campaign. Finally, Hold Court introduces a new layer of settlement management. Every now and then, you'll have to listen to your subjects and hear their concerns, kind of like what you'd see in Crusader Kings III. Nemesis is a mod that adds a bit of rivalry and personality to your battles. Enemy lords will actually insult you during fights, making you even more motivated to take them down. Fast dialogue is extremely useful because it skips the repetitive dialogue screens, like those you get when meeting bandits, and lets you immediately choose whether to attack or send in your troops. RTS Camera adds a nice layer of strategy, making battles more tactical and visually engaging. You can switch to a top-down view, giving commands just like in the Total War series. And if you get killed in battle, You can even continue fighting by taking control of one of your allies. Then we have Settlement Icons Redesign, a mod that improves the faction icons and overall visual interface on the campaign map. If you want to integrate this one with Realm of Thrones, there's an extra step required, which I'll explain later. UnlimitedCAP is a fantastic mod, especially for Realm of Thrones, since it lets you have an unlimited number of companions in your party. Raise Your Banner adds soldiers who carry your house's banner during battles. The cool part is that if these banner carriers are killed, the banner will fall and stick into the ground, a small but awesome visual detail. And finally, we have Reinforcement System, an absolute must-have. Have you ever lost battles because enemy armies outnumbered you, even though tons of your allies were standing nearby doing nothing? Well, now they'll join your fights to help you win. But be careful, enemy reinforcements can join in too. And of course, we have Realm of Thrones, the essential mod to truly experience the world of Game of Thrones in Bannerlord. As I mentioned earlier, for the mod Settlement Icons Redesign, you'll also need to download Settlement Icons Redesign for Realm of Thrones, which makes the mod compatible with the Realm of Thrones world. Keep in mind that this one has a slightly different installation process, so make sure to carefully follow the instructions provided on the mod page. Finally, if you're as passionate about this game as I am, I highly recommend Novus Bannerlord Launcher. It helps you organize all your mods and lets you manage multiple mod setups at once. For example, if you want to switch between Realm of Thrones and another mod like Empire of Europe 1700, you no longer need to manually activate and deactivate modules every time. You can simply load your custom preset. Now I'll show you the correct load order for all these mods so everything works perfectly. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Thanks again for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one.